What's up, people? Welcome to the channel. My name is Freeman Sources, and you know what we do. We push you to the brim of your fitness level. In this video, I'm going to break down on what and what not to do when you get to the screening spaces or centers. If you're ready, I was born ready. Let's go! To you, the applicants watching me, pay attention, pick a pen and paper, and jot every single point I'll put down for you. The screening day is not a joke. One wrong move, one mistake, one slack, and it can cause the whole process for you. Alright? So please pay attention, pay rapt attention, and don't joke with this information. Let's get to the first one. So the first one you should be paying attention to is getting to the center very early. Alright? When you are in time, it gives you composure. You don't get there rushing. Alright? You must get there on time or early enough for you to be able to acclimatize to the environment. If you get there late, that's where you'll be rushing to ask questions, what's happening, you are trying to jump lines and stuff like that. But when you get to the center early, you are good to go. You are calm, you are composed, no panic moments, no agitation. Alright, you are not going to be pulling anybody out of their line. You are not going to be trying to force to enter the queue because you came late. So please pay attention to the first point, which is come there early or early arrival. It's very important. Let's go straight down to the point number 2. So the point number 2, you must stay highly hydrated, all right, and eat light. Okay, because when I got here the last time, a lot of people mentioned that you hadn't eaten, you hadn't drank water because you slept here. I'm at Elwak Sports Stadium now, so you slept here. It's very wrong. You wake up tired, you wake up exhausted already. So please, next time, make sure you stay hydrated and eat light, because if you eat heavy, you're going to feel dormant. All right, you're going to feel lightheaded. So just eat something that can carry you along the hours you're going to spend here. It's very, very important. Let's jump right into the third point. Let's go. All right, the next point is your documentation or your documents. All right, make sure you keep all your documents intact. Make sure you keep all the ones you're supposed to print out intact in maybe a file or a plain cover case. All right, so that anything that they ask of, you can be able to pull it out. Don't crumple them, don't make them look so unkept. Mind you, the military deals with diligence, all right, discipline and focus, and it all starts from that very day that you step foot at the screening center. That is when your process starts, before even you being queued into columns. All right, so please make sure your documents are intact. The last live we did, I told you keep your document, every document needed, both printed out and photocopied, then the original. Put all of them together in one file, keep them safe, lock them up, and put them in your backpack or whatever case you are going to put them in before you get to the screening center. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so the next one is going to be on dress code. All right, some of you are asking, can you wear jeans, can you wear Jordan sneakers and stuff like that? Just look sporty, but preferably wear a white round neck, then a tracksuit black with a sports canvas. That will serve you right. Okay, imagine you get to the screening center early, and because you didn't dress well, you were asked to go back. How would that feel? You are going to get confused. Imagine you are from far, maybe 3 hours drive to the center. You had to go back home. Look at the number of people who are in queue, and look at the stress you're going to put yourself through. So I'll advise you, pay heed. Whatever they tell you to wear, appear in that. Keep your clean shave, not like mine, please. I'm not going for screening like you. So yeah, keep your clean shave, your hair down, and if you have beard, trim it down nicely, look fresh before you get to the screening center on that day. The next one we're going to talk about is listening to instructions. A lot of you, that day when I was here, you were being told to go home and come the next day, but you wouldn't listen. It becomes difficult when officers are trying to tell you what has to be done and you are going the other way around, or you are going contrary to whatever they are telling you. It's very, very bad. So please make sure you respect the officers on ground, because I mentioned early on that your process starts right from that day. All right, they are paying attention to you. You may think because you are many, they can't be able to identify you if you misbehave. I'm sorry. They will point you out and you'll be so shocked. All right, so please make sure when they tell you to queue here, do it. If they tell you to queue there, do it. If they tell you A to Z, this is where you have to be. Q to Y, this is where you have to be. Just do that in a brisk and focused manner. That will save us both a lot of dangers that we might put ourselves into. On to the next one. Let's go. Right, on to the next one. Make sure you maintain your personal space. All right, when you realize that the crowd is getting too thick there and it's uncomfortable for you, just quietly exit, move to an open space and wait for instruction. All right, don't get yourself involved into any too much crowded zone which is not safe for you or you might not be comfortable with. So please pay attention to that. And something you should have off mind is you must be security and safety conscious. So once you step into any new area or any new zone, make sure you have exits in mind. You'll be able to spot the exit points. Okay, in case of any eventuality, in case of any unforeseen contingent, where do I pass? Where do I exit through? Where can I move myself to as a safe corner or a safe zone? You must get all those things in mind whilst you enter into any new area, or even when you're even comfortable, or how will I even put it? Like when you're not new to the area, you still get there and there are new faces. You must learn or identify exit zone, safe corners that you can push yourself to in case of any eventuality popping up, so you don't get into any troubles. If there's any problem somewhere, just move yourself away, steady the crowd and know where to stand. All right, let's move on to the next one. Let's go. The next one is you must learn how to avoid conflicts. You're not here to prove your muscle. You're not here to show somebody you can hold them down. You're not here to cause any conflicts. You're just here to go through your process peacefully, calmly, and go. Then you wait for the next call. All right, so please, when you get here, don't come to show your muscle power, trying to kick somebody, trying to hit somebody or push somebody. Right, please, it's very, very important. Don't joke with these things. Let's head on to the next one quickly. This one is very, very dear to my heart, so pay attention. All right, in case you are in the queue or you've not been even put into any columns or rows yet, and you feel uneasy, you feel dizzy, you feel unwell, don't try to act all strong. No, kindly report or draw the attention to any officer or somebody close to you to draw the attention of the officers so they can attend to you as early as possible. If you try to play strong, you try to play, okay, this is why we are here, I'm not giving up. No, you end up jeopardizing your life, the life of the people there and your family, and it might hit the country as a whole. So please, if you feel uneasy, you feel dizzy, nauseous, feverish, anything that makes you feel uneasy, you know within yourself that your health is trying to give you a glitch, make sure you report it as soon as you can. And those guys that when they tell you to be in a queue, you try to jump queues, you try to switch lane because maybe you think they are calling these people faster than these other people. It's wrong. Just be in the lane that you find yourself and wait for the process to move smoothly. All right, thank you very much. Let's move to the next one. Let's go. The last two things I'd love to touch on is, if you can, carry small chops, canopies. I'm not saying cannabis, please, canopies, small chops. All right, carry small chops along, maybe some healthy biscuits, water, and maybe a fresh juice. So in case the number of hours you had estimated to spend there elapses and you are feeling hungry or famished, you can munch on these things and use the juice to hydrate yourself. It's very important, so you don't even end up leaving the queue, going to find something to eat and come back and somebody says you were not here, this is my place, which will end up you going back and forth with the person or pushing and eating and stuff like that. So please take note of this. If you can, put small chops in your bag and an extra bottle of water or a juice. All right, and the last one I'd like to touch on is, once you find yourself in a crowded area, 5, 6, 7, 8 upwards, which is the number, make sure your ears, your eyes are on guard. All right, keep watching and keep paying attention to conversations people are having. There might be surprises you can't tell. All right, it's an open area, it's a public area that a lot of people just came in. And mind you, a lot of people come here or go to centers with their ulterior motive known to them. All right, they are not necessarily there because they want to go through the process. They have their own. Some are there to steal phones, some are there to steal your belongings, some just accompany their family members, which I feel is not very necessary because you are adding to the crowd. Let the young man or woman go do whatever they are there to do and come back home and tell you what's up. But adding to the number, 3 of you following one person to a screening center, it doesn't hold water for me. So please, if you can, to reduce these numbers, stay back home and let the people who are qualified go. And yes, the other people who have not qualified, but they also pick their documents and come here because they think a magic can happen. It doesn't work that way. If you are disqualified, wait for another year or try another security service that have opened their portal, not to come and add up unnecessarily to the number. My name is Freeman Sources. If you found this helpful, make sure you share to somebody you know this will be beneficial to. And please make sure to follow our pages, Loyce Fitness, on all social media platforms, and also subscribe. I love you so much. I am your leader, the warrior himself. Let's